Hey, hi, hello, and welcome to the channel. Hello to my TAYliens, aka my subscribers. Those of you that have been here, you already know what's good. I will see you at the very end of this video for your very own subscriber-only message. And if you're not subscribed, I do hope that you choose to join the fam. As you can see from today's video, we're going to be diving into the topic of the energies that you are unknowingly giving off. We are going to break this down into two parts. This first part here is represented by these three groups, the light attributes of the energies that you are unknowingly giving off, while the second half of this reading will be all about the shadow attributes that you are unknowingly giving off. It's up to you to decide to determine if you want to change or do anything about these energies. And if you need my help, if you need my assistance with working with said energies, whether to enhance or to dial back a bit, you can book your very own personal reading. The very first link in the description box will take you to the website to make that happen. And for additional content that you won't get here on the main channel, the second link in the description box takes you over to Patreon, where we have really fun and exciting videos that either extend from messages here on the main channel, or they exist in a realm of their own and will never, ever see the light of day on the main channel. So if you want to be let in on that little secret, join us on Patreon. And if you'd like to support the channel for free skis, give this video a thumbs up, leave love in the comment section down below, share this video with a friend, and of course, everyone's revving up to hit the subscribe button to join the Tay gang. Now let's go ahead and proceed, and I'll see you in your groups. Group number 1, you chose this crystal and this card here. Let's go ahead and dive into this first portion of your reading to find out what energy are you unknowingly giving off in the light attributes. Let's place this here for now and get into the tarot cards for details. If you're interested in these bracelets, Money Prosperity Pack will be linked down below. Let's go ahead and get your layout first. This table just collects dust like crazy. Like literally, I clean it before every session. It doesn't care. All right, let's see. Energy that group number 1 is unknowingly giving off. Energy that group number 1 is unknowingly giving off. I low-key wanted to call you guys group number 3. So some of you feel connected or guided to number 3. Okay, group number 1. I keep wanting to call you group number 3, my love. I don't know why. But if you feel like you need to check out group number 3, please follow your intuition. I'm confirming that for you. So, light attributes, energy that you are unknowingly giving off. Absolutely so sweet, so adorable, maybe even like innocent, open-hearted, free, loving, caring, giving. It feels like your heart chakras opened up. The light energy that group number 1 is unknowingly giving off. Like, there's this deep sense of care, like quite literally over this cup here. Yeah. You're very careful considerate. Cognitive is also a word that I'm channeling right now. Emotionally intelligent, intuitive, and can read the room really well. You're also unknowingly giving off this vibe of like, been there, done that. But not in a shadowy way. It's in a light way. So this is also letting me know too, you have a nice, gentle, caring way of letting people down or setting boundaries. You're unknowingly giving off, again, like this very cute, lighthearted, careful energy. You even face pessimism with a particularly lightheartedness or loving type of vibe. And I always refer to Six of Pentacles as baby justice. And we have that going on here. Both of them. There's this give what you get energy. How did I say that? Give what you get? No, you're in more of a get what you give energy. You get what you give energy. And so you are giving all the love. You're pouring it all out. There is an interesting concept in regards to like what's flowing out versus what's flowing in. What seems to be flowing out, meaning this cycle is closed, it almost feels like expectation or instant gratification or reward or short-term success no longer seems to be your goal anymore. Again, you are in this space where you're like, okay, I get what I give, so I shouldn't just give for short-term joy, success, celebration. It should be more well thought out, more intentional. It should become me. In the position of challenges, there's skepticism, criticism, energies that want to challenge this I am love existence that you are currently radiating. But because this is coming through in the light attributes and not the shadow, this lets me know that anyone that's testing or challenging or questioning this energy, they themselves need to be facing their own shadows. And also you yourself, if you are questioning this loving, flowing type of energy, don't be. This is your new way of thinking, your new way of embracing, especially with having this fixed energy in the overhead. That lets me know that like your mind is made up. This is who you are. This is what you like. This is how you move. And this is how you are unknowingly giving off the vibes energetically in the light attributes. Now, I do want to dive a bit deeper into this by exposing these two cards here. We have Ascendant Outlook. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, every time I see this card here, it kind of reminds me of like affluence or climbing a ladder, or you've elevated. You're beyond where you once were in terms of emotional maturity. Yes. Emotional intelligence, emotional maturity. These are the energies that you are unknowingly radiating at this time, okay? Even if this is something that you feel like you know about yourself, like you know that you are emotionally mature and intelligent, etc., etc. But for this to come through in a reading that says you are unknowingly radiating this energy, that lets me know that it goes so much further beyond whatever you think it does. Your crystal is bright. Get answers to your biggest questions. Barite is a widely occurring brittle sulfate mineral. It's often transparent or creamy white. Sometimes it's icy blue, beautiful and frosty. Desert rose is a calming variety of barite. Who needs this? Anyone who leaves for work each morning with the sinking suspicion that their true destiny is anything but this. Where to place this? Tape to your forehead for meditation. And when to use it? When it's way past time to stop saying yes to things that you hate. Ask Barite what your true calling is. Then go live it. It will be terrifying. But what's the alternative? Yeah, you're living from your heart space. It's like giving this vibe of like, what's the worst that could happen? If anything can go right, it will. And so again, you're in this energy of you get what you give. And so you are giving what you want to receive, but not strictly out of the gratification of receiving it. This is you, again, making up your mind to become this open, free-flowing energy that is always radiating from love, from the heart chakra. It feels like you are more concerned with diving deeply into your soul's essence, your soul's truth, as opposed to surface level things. So the energy that you are unknowingly radiating in the light attributes has everything to do with purpose, drive, intention, what you want to attract, the life that you do desire, the people that you desire to have around you. You are a vibrational match, okay? The scales are balanced. The scales are balanced. You are, again, giving what you wish to give because you've heard that concept, that saying of you get what you give. So you're like, okay, I'm going to give all my heart because I want to receive heart. I want to receive love. And that just is what it is. This is all that I have for group number 1, the light attributes. Let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section down below. And when you do let me know what group you choose, please include the light and the shadow attributes. I really want to see how these mixed match readings pair up, whether you choose this group here. Oh, maybe that's why I was hearing 3. It could be for the shadow. For the shadow attributes portion of the reading. It could be group number 3 for the shadows if you couldn't decide. But don't let me tell you what to do or who to be. Also, I'm seeing a bird's nest and like baby birds chirping in the bird's nest. You're like providing. Yeah, you're providing, you're giving love, you're giving nurturance. And again, with no expectation of reward, but just simply because that's where you want to vibrate. You wish to exist from this space, a higher plane. In other news, you're also just radiating this regal energy. Like you are no stranger to the finer things in life. Meaning in resources, but also finer energies in life. You're used to finer energies in life. Yeah. Exquisite energy. You're radiating this, that you only deal with exquisite energy. So people know that like if they're around you, that means they're the best of the best. They're top tier, or they just have the right energy. They have good energy. Because you wouldn't settle for dirty energy, dusty energy. There's like this pristine and clean energy that you are radiating from the light attributes. All right. I look forward to reading your comments, and I am off to the next group. Ta-ta for now. Group number 2, I'm talking to you. We're going to go ahead and place your signifying cards over here as we pull the tarot and dive into your message. Okay. Energy that you are radiating. Okay. Energy that group number 2, those that select group number 2. Energy that group number 2 is unknowingly giving off the light attributes. Okay. Okay. I'm already seeing it. I'm already feeling it. I'm already getting it. Okay, so... Oh, but this is the light attribute. That felt very shadowy. Okay, interesting. Okay. Because at first, it was giving like the spirit of competition or trying to compete or catch up. But because this is the light attribute, let me shift my focus. Okay? That means that you are taking inspiration from the world around you. This could be a particular person in your life. But this is like this is your energy here. You're seeing it. And what's on your mind is this energy here. Like you want to replicate or be similar to. And what's going out is either judgment or planning. And what could be challenging here, or what could be challenged, is camaraderie, togetherness. Okay. I'm processing, y'all. Okay, so light attribute energy that you are unknowingly giving off. Inspired. Okay, it's giving like student energy. You are sitting, listening, excuse me, willing and ready to learn. Okay. Now, I do want to say that I do apologize for feeling like it was shadowy at first. That's just how it came through. But you know what that tells me as well? Is that you transmuted this energy. When I have chills up my back, bitch, I am so proud of you, group number 2, because you've transmuted something that could have easily been some sort of competition, jealousy, get back, just some sort of toxic or negative energy, but you're working on it. 8 of Pentacles. You are working on it. You have worked on it. It's transmuted. You've done it. It's like you're, how do I describe that? Like you're standing at the halfway mark. Like if there's a spectrum of dark and light, like it goes from black to like pure white light kind of thing. You're like right in the dead center. And you've made your way from the shadow side. And you're making your way over to the light. That's why this temperance is here, is because you're not quite there. And that's what's in the energy of coming in. So energy that you are unknowingly giving off is student. A willingness to learn. But for whatever reason, this could be challenging a united front. So I guess there could be this side message here too, again, because you are transmuting this energy from shadow to light. You're working on it. There could be challenges in friendships or challenges in relationships or challenges in camaraderie here. But you're working on preparing a new sun rising. You're like this Two of Wands here. It's almost like you've scrapped something that wasn't even completely finished, but that's because you realized it wasn't of any good or any value. Like you were dreaming of something, or you were hoping for something, or you were planning for something. That's no longer the case. You're pushing that out because you're again focused on the new sun that is rising and tempering the energies. See, I knew that there had to be some sort of shadow, something to pop out with that Nine of Swords up here. I feel that because your energy, your reading is not really flowing. Okay, so an energy that you could be giving off to, again, in the light attribute has to do with like stalling or like the wheels are turning, but we're not going anywhere. Basically, the wheels are turning, but we're not going anywhere. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to go anywhere. Okay, let me dive a bit into this and see what we can add to this reading. I can't make this up. Jupiter expansion. As I'm saying, like, we're not going anywhere right now, but we are. Like, you're making progress. Like, I feel like I was talking about the wheels are spinning, but we're not going anywhere. Oh yeah, and that's also a wheel. And the dice here, it feels like you're getting ready to take a chance, a leap of faith, an opportunity, or getting ready to come into a lucky time, or getting into the quest, going on the quest for the gold at the end of the rainbow. Rose quartz, take care of your heart. Who needs this? The overly self-critical, sentient spiritual beings who love deeply, those in the healing arts, or those who want to be. Where you should put this? In spaces that you want to zone safe and sacred, held with both hands in your heart. Held with both hands to your heart with the utmost loving kindness. When to use this? When you feel like you always have to be the one to have it all figured out, to work the hardest, to hold it all together for everyone else. Rose quartz gives you a pink cashmere covered platform to be soft, sweet, and open to spirit. Take care of your heart. So the motion, the movement, the patience, the planning. It's a different type of planning. Here it was just spelling out the plans. Like, I'm going to write it down and then I'm going to leave it alone and I'm never going to do it. And then I'm never going to touch it. That's leaving. That's in the leaving energy. But in the coming in energy is baby steps. Baby steps. So that you can take care of your heart at the same time while you are exploring through testing your potential, taking those chances, testing your luck, traveling outside of your comfort zone, doing things that make you a bit nervous, okay? And again, remember I talked about like that competition thing. It says when you feel like you always have to be the one to have it all figured out or to work the hardest or to hold it all together for everyone else. That's what this energy up here is about. You're still dissipating or working through some sort of expectations here, which again, that could be why these relationships or the dynamics of said relationships are being challenged, because you're no longer showing up in the way that you used to, because you have been working on yourself. And when you are working on yourself and changing the way that you show up, people that are solely dependent upon the way that you used to function will have a problem with your new means of existing. But that's not your problem. That's what you are challenged with at this time, is not taking on other people's problems as your own, because you need to take care of your own heart for your own expansion, for your own gifts. For some reason, gifts is coming through specifically for your own gifts. stomach. Please, guys, I'm not going to explain myself all the time. I love to do my readings while fasting. Okay. Anything else? The light attributes of energy that you are giving off. I'm seeing the Chariot in my mind's eye. It really does feel like you have very strong intentions of going somewhere and doing something. It's just the point of trusting those baby steps to get there. Taking us back to what's on your mind. Believing in yourself. Confidence. And that's really all it takes. You know what? Saying believing in yourself just reminded me, I was supposed to pull from this deck here. I didn't do that for group 1, but to me that just means that it wasn't meant to happen for them. But for you, we have compassion coming out here. Compassion supports our ability to stand by others. Oh my gosh, wow. I was talking about the comparison, the competition, but you transmuted it into compassion. This supports your ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into the world. There's a lot about your heart right now, babies. Oh my gosh, integration. Didn't I tell you? You've done it. By golly, you've done it. You've done some sort of shadow work, honey. Yeah. Integration says, the frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. And for some reason, that feels like this versus this. These two energies are kind of coming through as very similar because they have like two wands, two cups in the imagery, but it seems like there's a softer approach. A softer approach. You're integrating a softer approach. You're integrating your heart space. You're integrating your heart chakra. So the energy that you're unknowingly radiating is that you are putting in the work. You are getting the shiz done. You're radiating the energy that you are getting to know yourself, but actually you have been getting to know yourself. And I'm so proud of you, group number 2. Wow. I don't care what the progress looks like. I promise you, those wheels are spinning. And it may look like you're not going anywhere, but you are about to come up with an idea or that baby step, or you're about to find that plank to put under the wheel to give it some leverage, to get itself out, to give it some friction. You're on the brink of a breakthrough. It's a heart chakra awakening or breakthrough. I'm going to take out this integration card and I'm going to pull one more. Sacral chakra in the reverse. Exactly. I just said that you are about to tap into the plank, or a way to get unstuck. Sacral chakra in the reverse. So this group here, I leave you with the homework assignment of meditating on your sacral chakra, your creativity. Let's go ahead and read this so that you can tap into that energy. The frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow through with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. That's what you are getting ready to tap into, because you are taking care of your heart and integrating compassion, and also integrating drive. And also, I almost said the word anticipation as I was going up here too. So it's like, there's something here about you, like you're anticipating good things for yourself. And I feel like with the Queen of Wands, like looking over here, it's like she's anticipating good things while doing her best to deal with these other things. So things don't have to look perfect. You don't have to, whatever. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to look a certain way. You don't have to. There's something here about you don't have to. There's something here about like you don't have to. It doesn't have to look like this. It doesn't have to look like that. It doesn't have to feel like this. It doesn't have to feel like that. That could also be the challenge too. If it's not actual relationships being challenged, it could be your ideology of trying to live up to certain standards or expectations of others that you place on yourself that they don't even put on you, or they could have placed on you and you are rejecting them, working on rejecting those things for yourself, finding your own personal truth for yourself. That's what the sacral chakra is all about, putting a creative touch, a creative spin on life itself. Okay? And that is all that I have for you, babes. Thank you so much for being here, group number 2. Again, thank you for rocking with me as I figured out how this energy was being transmuted from shadow to light. Again, I'm super proud of you for that because, bitch, that ain't easy. It's not easy at all. So I'm super proud of you, and I can't wait to find out where my group number 2s end up in regards to the shadow attributes reading that you are unknowingly radiating. I look forward to seeing your comments, letting me know what light attribute and what shadow attribute group you chose. Thank you for supporting the channel. You can support the channel for free skis by giving the video a thumbs up, leaving love in the comment section down below, sharing this video with a friend, and of course hitting the subscribe button. Let's go ahead and get into the next group. Group number 3, the intensity of me channeling spaghetti right now is actually it's insane, crazy. Spaghetti. I don't know why I'm channeling spaghetti for group number 3. And that's the first thing that you need to know is I'm channeling spaghetti. Spaghetti. Okay, now I'm seeing a beret. Okay. Are you European, French, Italian? What's going on here? What's going on? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's tap in. Let's talk about it. Let's tap in. Let's talk about it. Let's tap in. Let's tap in. I'm going to pull your tarot first, and then we'll get into those details. So, tap me into group number 3. Details regarding the energy that group number 3 is radiating unknowingly, the energy that group number 3 is giving off unknowingly. And you will probably hear my stomach growl several different times throughout this video. If you are not new here, then you already know Tay loves to channel on an empty stomach. That's when you're closer to God, when you're starving to death. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not starving to death. I swear. I love food. I eat too much, actually. Anyways, let's get it. Okay. Group number 3. The energy that you are radiating unknowingly. Also, if you're interested in these bracelets, the Money Prosperity Pack will be linked down below. Not this one. This is a jade bracelet. Anyways, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Energy that group number 3 is unknowingly radiating in the light attributes. Yeah, I was already feeling that. Okay. Okay, so you have a very like straightforward catering servitude kind of mentality. You could have been like, you could be making meals for people a lot right now, or like you could be really sharing your home. You could be very open and like welcoming and friendly and cooperative. Let's see. What is this peeking out? The Emperor. Okay. So the energy that you are unknowingly radiating. This could be someone specific, or just stick with me now. Stick with me. Because the energy that's coming through here is that you seem to finally be open or receptive or accepting of someone or something, or it seems like you are actively working with other people to help you work on yourself, maybe to help you work on some trust issues or some emotional traumas or turmoils, things that you refuse to face are they're being pushed out. This energy is like what's leaving. It's what you refuse to face. That's what's leaving. And what's coming in is you facing what you refuse to face head on. Most likely due to the people around you helping you to work on whatever this is that you are avoiding or not looking at, that you struggled with emotionally. Now, this could be something about yourself that you needed to work on accepting or allowing, or something. Like this could be like this could be a positive or a negative thing, but either way it's showing up in the light attribute, so you've turned it into a positive. But maybe you didn't see how talented you were. Your friends, your family, they're helping you to see that. Or maybe you didn't see how emotionally unavailable or jarring you can be, and that's something that you have been brought up to speed with. You're no longer ignoring it or avoiding it. Basically, the energy that you're currently in, the energy that you're currently radiating unknowingly, is that you are done with your own bullshit, my friend. You're done with your own bullshit. You're done turning a blind eye. You're done ignoring things about yourself and others. You're done trying to placate people's emotions. You are kind and fair in all your doings, upright and honest, but with this Emperor, you are strict, you are stern with it, you are real about it. But you have like this very loving, kind energy to you. Oh, okay. The challenge itself could be remaining emotionally stable while you are no longer turning a blind eye, because these are things that could really excite you or get you riled up. There is something about excitability that's coming through here as well. Like you're super excited. So another thing is like, when you have extreme highs, you could have extreme lows. That could be what this is too. But again, this is just like challenges regarding emotionality, what to do with it, especially in regards to working with other people. There's also this energy here too of you like saying, okay, I'll just charge it to the game. Something like that, where you feel like you may have lost out on something, but you're like, it's whatever, I'll just charge it to the game. I'm gonna get it back. Like that's that Emperor that's like, whatever, they can have it. Like even if someone like stole something from you, or like you feel like someone like overcharged you or whatever, it's like you're charging it to the game. And you're like, it's okay, I'll get it back. Okay. Because you do not give more than what you're comfortable. Yeah, you don't give more than what you're comfortable with giving. Oh, we've got a saucy sister. Light attribute. Also, basically, what you decide to give a fuck about is something that's standing out here as well in the energy that you are unknowingly radiating in the light attributes. It seems like you've decided not to care about something. What is this that's peeking out? Oh, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, like if something was uncertain or unsure, I don't know, there's something here about you like being indifferent about that. Okay, so another thing that's showing up here as well is this could also be things that you like don't need closure for in order to move forward. That's also another reason why this could be an emotional challenge. Dealing with other people and knowing that you cannot control them, all you can do is control how you move forward. That can be an emotionally tumultuous time. But what's on your mind is working on how you are functioning with these emotions and how that affects you and the way that you give and how you show up to people, how you show up for people. Because with the World at the bottom of the deck, this lets me know that you've written off something or you're done with something and you've determined that, period. So now it's about you living up to this standard for yourself. Let's see what expands here. Capricorn, the boss. And Fluorite, sharpen your focus. When you want to take an uninterrupted 20 minutes to meditate, an hour to finish a book, or a lifetime to concentrate on your unique calling here on earth, sharpen your focus. Yeah. Yeah, baby. You're determining what does and doesn't matter. And as the Capricorn boss, you are only focusing on what does matter. You are being realistic about accomplishing these goals. You are being wise about how to maintain endurance along the path, to maintain discipline along the path. Because again, there's something that it's an emotional challenge or something like this, something that challenges your emotional state or being, or your emotional reaction or response that you have committed to. Because especially with sharpening your focus, to me, you can't have a sharp focus if you're overly emotional, or if you're just emotionally all over the place. So no matter what you feel like your relationship has been with emotions, currently the energy that you are radiating is that you are helping, fixing, being disciplined about your relationship with emotions. You're doing whatever you set out to do. And that's another thing that you're radiating as well. The energy that you're giving off is that, like, you're doing what you said you always would. People could be reminiscing and saying, like, damn, I knew that this person said they were going to do that, but now they actually see you committed to it, doing it. Yes, emergence, that new you, whatever it is that you decided to commit to. And at the bottom of the deck is the heart chakra. The frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. That's interesting, because this doesn't feel like it relates at all, but there's a reason for that. Why? Okay, babes. Whatever you've been doing is cracking open that heart chakra at the bottom of the deck and allowing your childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment to emerge so that you can watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. For whatever reason, you were not in this place, and that had your inner child on lock in a dungeon, time out, for years, decades, lifetimes, I don't know. But the sentence is over. There's some sort of sentencing that is over. Anything else? Authority. That reminds me of that emperor that we saw. And it also kind of feels like this baby, like this emperor, I'm sorry, this Four of Pentacles feels like a baby emperor energy to me with this authority. So there's something here about, like, yeah, baby boss energy that you are stepping into. The frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. Didn't I say you were more receptive? I did say that at the very beginning. I think that before you confused authority with this, oh, I can choose to ignore this. When now you're realizing that true authority is facing that shit head on. In whatever way that you see fit. Feels like the way that you're handling something is shifting, is changing. Again, based on rules, boundaries, standards that you have set. Also, there's something here to, if you are in your early to mid 20s, I'm hearing late teens as well. You shouldn't be watching this if you are not 18 and older. Anyways, you're coming out of, actually, you know what? It doesn't even matter the age, but basically I'm getting this vibe of like a quarter life crisis. Especially with this 25 here. And me personally, I'm not that much older than 25, but I do know that I definitely went through a quarter life crisis, my friend. So if you are going through something like that, whatever you shifted or changed or whatever commitment that you made is helping you to get out of that energy here. Okay. And then we have communication that pops out. It says communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. Okay. So remember I was talking about like what you choose to overlook versus what you choose to take head on. It's after you, I love that. After you run it through the heart chakra to decide or determine how much of it you should allow into your space, if any at all. Also, this looks like one of those fidget spinners to me, which to me also relates to discipline and emotional stability and sound foundation. Bottom of the deck says Gaia. That reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are to our great mother and to the universe that birthed us all. It feels like you're no longer trying to separate yourself, and somehow that is benefiting you. Yeah, you have the Three of Pentacles at the center of it. So something about like not trying to isolate yourself or not trying to do it all yourself has actually gave you more footing to stand on, has given you more progress, has given you a firmer foundation and stability to work with. And that is all. Group number 3. I am delighted to get into the shadow attributes of the energies that you may not realize you are radiating. I look forward to reading your comments down below to find out if you chose group number 3 for the light, and I'm really looking forward to find out what you choose as the shadow. So please feel free to comment that down below, what group you chose for the light and the shadow. I want to see if there's a pattern or a commonality or a breakdown. This is all that I have for you, babes, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye. And here we have the shadow group 1 through 3. Let's go ahead and dive into this reading and find out in this part 2, what energy are you unknowingly radiating? This is the shadow attribute here. Hopefully you already tuned in to the light attribute, and once you combine the 2 messages, or however many groups that you decide to choose, you come up with this perfectly tempered version of you. And it's up to you to decide, to determine if you want to stay the same, evolve, change, grow, add, or subtract. But this reading is just meant to bring it to your attention. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Select the groups 1 through 3. And let's go ahead and get started. You chose this crystal and this astrology card, group number 1 for the shadow. And we will dive into the details once we lay out your tarot. Let's get into it. What energy is group number 1 unknowingly radiating? What energy is the shadow group number 1 unknowingly giving off? Okay. The shadow energy that you are unknowingly giving off at this time says, you know what, better yet, I can do it myself. And it will be done even better if I do it myself. The shadow aspect of you has really perfected delivery, or your face. I don't know. There's something here about, I don't want to say I don't know. I do know. I'm just trying to find the words for it. It's something about your face, or poker face. Basically, oh my gosh, how do I put this into words, you guys? You are doing it with better judgment, doing it from a better place, or doing it for the betterment of everything and self. Yes, you're going to get up and do it, but you're like, I'm going to get up and do it my way. And it's going to work. Okay. There's something here about the faces that you make, or like a poker face concept versus your feeling. You have like a new determined face, or a determination face. Somehow it's more solid and certain. Interesting. Yeah, because the Empress here in the energy that's leaving out is the only one where her face is revealed. Here she has the beak, 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 beak. Here, no beak. Here, beak. So what you're unknowingly radiating is some sort of a masked or cloaked energy that makes you come across as very stern or serious, that makes it hard to see you, but somehow still makes you attractive. This could be something that is easily interpreted as bitterness to some, or like RBF, rusty bitch face, if you will. But there's more to this. So let's dive into it. There's definitely more to this. You're not just gonna leave me to think that the shadow that they're radiating is resting bitch face. No, something else is here. Yeah, the Hierophant. Bottom of the deck, the Ace of Wands. Yeah, determined. It's something about your determination, or like your serious face, or your skill, or your determination, your dedication. Like you have your serious face on. Okay, so unknowingly, like energetically, you have this energy that's like covering your face. Again, or this could be about poker face. And look at this. That's what I'm talking about. Like, that looks like a pretty serious bird to me. But there's also something here about needing to get closer, or having a closer look. So this group here, if this is something that you want to soften up or change, And I am hearing encouragement to do so. Like, do it. Yes, it's okay to do this. It's safe to do this. Start a prompt or a conversation with yourself about what truths are you wearing on your face? Maybe that's what's coming through, is that your shadow wants to work on your poker face. Feelings versus what you look like. Your shadow wants to reconfigure the way that how you feel reflects on your face. I'm even feeling the face muscles relax. This group here, you really want to dive into relaxation methods, letting go, release meditations, things of that nature. Ocean sounds would be really good for you too. Imagining the ebb and the flow of the ocean in meditation. Let's see. Third house, perception. Speech, thoughts, social media, excursions, dating, siblings, research, street life, circulation, discussion, surroundings, sociability. This, to me, this just looks like newspaper headline, front page. And I'm seeing like a mugshot or something. So yeah, there's definitely something here about your face. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is intimidating. And it's something about like, you're wearing something on your face. You're wearing some sort of energy on your face. And I'm hearing like you may want to take it off. This feels like training wheels and you getting comfortable with taking off the training wheels. This is your crystal, what it looks like. Tektite. It says raise your vibration. I really do feel like there's a heavy energy that alters the way that you are perceived, the face. This is like a spirit, like there's something on you, if you will. For some of you, it's about knowing that this spirit, this mask, this energy is meant to be here with you, but it doesn't have to, you don't have to wear it though. You know, it doesn't have to be the first thing that you see. There's something here about like refiling or reorganizing the things that you put on your face or the forefront of you, the things that you wear on your face, your feelings. And with raise your vibration coming out with Tektite, to me, that just still feels like harboring of emotions or feelings. There's a darkness that used to have lightness in your eyes. There's a spark, a spunk that wants to be brought back. And yes, it can, even with all of your experiences, even with everything that you've gone through. There's a reset button waiting for you, group number 1. I don't know why I'm channeling the number 2. So maybe you want to check out the shadow group number 2 or the light group number 2, but I am channeling the number 2. And I only say those things when it's really important. So trust your gut, follow it, go with what you feel. Let's read Tektite though. When to use it. When gravity feels extra heavy and it's time to initiate launch sequence and blast off. When you're bored with Earth life and want to expand your intergalactic horizons. Babes. For some of you, the look that you're wearing on your face is like your alien-esque energy. Like the look that you're not from around here. Like you literally look like you just landed here from a different fucking planet. And that's not a bad thing. But there's something here like shape-shifting. Okay. Like, yeah. Some of you have shape-shifted or organized into such an authentic form of yourself, but it's actually altered your attraction or your physical appearance, not in a negative or positive way. It's neutral, but it's altered the way that you are perceived. For some of you, it's like you got so comfortable that you took off your like human skin and now you're walking around as your alien self. And some people have the eyes to see that. Energetically, sometimes it'll just show up that way. Like you just don't understand why like something it seems this way. Someone or something, it's seeing your alien truth. Or for some of you, it's you've adopted a new energy that is alien like, and you have to morph, shift, mold it once again. There's something that's been newly integrated based on this ending here. Again, it's in the position of what's leaving, and it's the face being revealed. So that's a metaphor for something here. Maybe no longer trying to comfort or make excuses for or be there for. Something like this has left the building. And it's changed the way that you are seen, perceived. It's changed. It's the way that you photograph is different. The way that you get into physical motion is different, or you even walk different. If you are creative, the way that you create is different. Because you're connecting to higher vibrations. And those higher vibrations can be perceived as intimidating to those that don't have the proper vision or proper understanding of what they are looking at. So it's really up to you to decide what you want to do about this. Because for some of you, you like the mask, the spooky mask, the like I'm focused look. But I have to admit, if I'm tapping into a deeper truth, there's part of you, a huge part of you, that would rather ground this in a different way, in a particular way. And it has to do with bringing the face out again. As we have here, face hidden, like no, face. The ultimate goal is here. The face exposed and all its parts, and then there's the beaks again, but they are separated from this, which is you. You are you. There's something here about you don't have to become these identities or these things. I don't know. There's something about that here. There's like an energy that you are working with that you don't want to become. Like as you are currently, you're wearing it, or you are like, it's here, you're it, boom, you know? But there's something about you that wants to shift the way that you wear this. Like if it's a mask or whatever it may be, you want to wear it differently. Like, you know, sometimes people wear clothing items that are not meant to be clothing items. Like they may turn a shirt into a skirt. Okay. But it works. You know, there's something about you wanting to make some sort of alteration here. I didn't intend for the shadow message to like lean in a specific direction, but apparently that needed to be heard more than it didn't need to be heard. Okay, so more about the shadow before we move on. couldn't face something, so you put on a mask. Couldn't face something, so you put on a mask. That disciplined, vengeful, or ready to get it energy is coming back up again. This could even be an energy that you're radiating of like possessiveness or control. Like there's something here that gives off this vibe of like wickedness could occur just for success or the goal, and that's the intimidating aspect, or something like this here, like nefarious energy. You could be giving off a nefarious energy that may have people wondering or questioning your motives or your motivation, or like if they're really seeing you accurately or truly. You may have recently integrated a more disciplined, determined aspect of the self. And with every integration comes integration of the shadow and the light, and having to balance it. Right now, you're in the act, you're in the balancing act. Definitely something here about not wanting to face something, so you put on a mask. That could be the energy that you are radiating unknowingly from the shadow space. And again, it influences the way that your face is seen, or your image is perceived. There feels like this vibe of lightening up is the term. Anything else to add here before we close out? Tantric journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and with another. Emergence, and peeking out with it is fertility. Emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds from that place. While fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a grander expression of ourselves. You've integrated something, yes, that is true. So some sort of advancement has been made here, but there is a shadow that comes with this advancement that you may want to focus on. Again, start by the prompt. What feelings of failure or lack of enjoyment show up or reside on my face? This does not mean that you have to start smiling everywhere you go, but let yourself evolve naturally and you will see the glow. Group numero dos. Shadow group number 2. You chose this crystal and this astrology card that I'm going to put up there for now. And we're going to dive into the tarot portion of your reading to find out what energy are you radiating from the shadow attributes unknowingly. The shadow is not meant to be deemed as negative or positive, but just neutral, and you decide what you want more or less of. But if a message comes up for your health, for the betterment of your evolution, of course, I'm not going to let you go without that bit of info. So let's get it. There could be something here about attachment issues or like codependency, just based on a very quick motion there. But anyways, group number 2, what shadow attribute energy are they unknowingly radiating? Group number, thank you, 2. The Chariot, which does have 2. Okay. Interesting. Something about sacrifices. Willing to give up this for that. Willing to trade this in for that. Willing to trade this for that. Willing to trade up. Questioning, should I trade this for that? Questioning, am I crazy for following this dream or this goal or this intuitive nudge or this gut feeling? You could be unknowingly radiating limited love for yourself, limited love for belief in yourself, but an extension of faith in what you feel is missing in yourself. You have that in the stars or with God or in external forces or energies. But there is like this longing or this wondering if, or this questioning, like again, like this, am I crazy for wishing upon a star and for believing it to come true? Now, the reason why this seems to be showing up in the shadow is because those that pick up on this energy, they are confused why you don't believe in you, or they don't even see that you don't believe in you. So you're unknowingly potentially radiating this idea that you may not believe in you, but whatever you don't believe about yourself, you believe can be compensated by God, or yes, this higher calling. Judgment, Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands. Okay, so for some of you, there's like this unknowingly need for an escape. Yeah, like if you're single, no, it's more like if you're in a relationship, there's like this, should I stay or should I go energy. 6 of Cups. Yeah, like a lot of regret, or for like potential outcomes or things that could have been that now can't. Things that you feel like you could have celebrated in the past had you not done this or done that. So again, it's regrets. And it may breed as a lack of belief in self. But it's so interesting because even if you have this lack of belief in yourself, you're still taking the actions that it would require. Yeah, you're still fighting for what is unknown. Light in darkness, or rebirth and death. That's what you seem to represent unknowingly in the shadow. Yeah, there it is, a sacrifice. Yeah, so the shadow that you could unknowingly be giving off is like, was this sacrifice worth that? Or like, is this as far as it goes? The Magician here, it's like, I made it happen. But dot, 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 whatever that means. The Sun and the Page of Swords. Yeah, like this curious George type of energy, questioning what if. Again, like that's why I was talking about, like if you're single or in a relationship, questioning if you'll like jump in or out of the situation or scenario quickly. For some of you, the shadow of you has just accepted that something is officially over. And so in search of your soul, or seeking for happiness, or seeking for joy, or seeking for a feeling, you may rush for adrenaline. This is a coping mechanism based on some sort of a death. Eighth house, intimacy. Yes, exactly. The secrets, the shadow play. Claim your happy place is what this fucking card says. Hiddenite. Claim your happy place. Yeah, like in death, Scorpio energy is death. In death, there is happiness. There is rebirth. So it's very interesting because your shadow unknowingly is just giving off this vibe that I have lost a lot. I lost everything is actually kind of what it's giving off. But I'm committed, yet somehow I'm going to keep going. This message right here is definitely coming from a deep space, my friend, a deep space. I mean, come on, your crystal is hiddenite. And it says that it's best to use it when you find yourself stuck in the past or too focused on the future. Hiddenite is down to make the most of every moment. If you're in a rut, call on Hiddenite to help you love your way out of it. Exactly. I talked about limited love. This keeps standing out to me. This Four of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. That's what I'm talking about. If you're in a rut, no. Make the most of every moment. That's what that's giving. The Four of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups is giving making the most out of every moment, even if it is in the midst of death. Even if it does hit close to home. Anything to add from here? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like this cross the line that just feels like, whew, stabbed in the fucking heart. It's Three of Swords energy all day. All day, all day, all day, all day, all day. Yeah. Yeah, finding out the truth crushed me. Like Three of Swords. Like despite Three of Swords, but despite being buried alive, doing my damn best, I'm doing well. Prosperity supports our feeling of well-being. I just said I'm doing well. By allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. You're radiating unknowingly from the shadow. Like, yes, I've lost, but man, am I in love. Somehow. Oh my gosh. For some of you, you don't even know that you're in love with the current moment because you may still feel stuck in a rut. There's energy that needs to be shed away. But once you get to the true depth and the core of who you are, where you stand right here, right now, you are so happy, actually. Earth, right here, right now, you are happy. Earth activates our deep connection to this physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our great mother and revealing the more ethereal, spiritual aspects of our nature. With delight, you have the number 19 coming out here twice. Therefore, the sun is represented twice. The frequency of delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. You literally have the word joy here twice, baby. The more delight we feel, the more delight we evoke in others. And bottom of the deck says soul time. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge, one that embraces the concept that while the corporeal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. You've outgrown your old space, and some things had to die from that space. And of course, with death comes mourning. But somehow, you've still got good news. Let's get into it. Yes. Group number 3, you chose this crystal and this astrology card. I'm going to place it over there in the meantime, while we gather your tarot cards to dive into the shadow that you are unknowingly radiating at this time. The shadow is not meant to be seen as positive or negative. It just simply is, and you can decide or determine for yourself if you want more or less of it. Let's go ahead and dive. Oh, okay. We really did dive in. Okay, we've got an engine revving up. This just like slid into a crevice right on top of the keyboard here. Okay, writing could be significant. Getting your thoughts out on paper. Your shadow reveals itself to you through writing. Queen of Wands reversed. 8 of Pentacles at the center. The Star. Death. The 9 of Cups, 9 of Swords, the Tower. Bottom deck currently is Temperance. Beautiful. Okay, so this shadow is about transmutation. The energy that you're unknowingly giving off is that you are transmuting a shadow and integrating it into light. For some of you, you already have done this. Something that you deemed as like your worst nightmare, your biggest fear, that shit has already come and gone. It's already come and gone. So the energy that you're unknowingly radiating, from your shadow, is that like the worst possible thing, like for you, it's already come and gone. At least this is what you've told yourself. And so now you're like, bring it on. Is that all you've got? Like this Temperance here, she's just like, that didn't even faze me. 9 of Swords in the Tower, babes, I've seen so much worse. That didn't even faze me. You're like, did you hit me? Did you pinch me? Did you punch me? Did you stab me? No, dead ass, guys. There's some energy here that it's like, your shadow. Oh no. Okay, so your shadow is like, I have been abused. So much so that I didn't even feel that. Like, was that supposed to take a hit at my confidence? Because it didn't. You have death in the outgoing energy. You're like, I literally already died. I already lived that life. I already experienced that fear, that death. So now in the position of your challenge is you having the right scale to perceive your pain, to make sure you're not enduring more than you need to in any given situation or scenario, just because it doesn't feel like it hurts. Are you looking for pain? Group number 3? You're looking to test your threshold. Yeah. Ah, she's pouring out these 2 cups here. While she's mixing these 2 cups here. And now this suddenly looks like a doctor to me, like taking note of the perceived levels of pain. Like this, they're pouring this out because this don't even work anymore. Nine of Cups. We need more cups. We need more feelings. We need more. Yeah. This feels like that group that's like, I can take on more because I'm not that easily scarred anymore. I'm not that easily broken anymore. I don't give up that easily anymore. That's what it's definitely giving. The 10 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the 2 of Pentacles. You sick fluck. Group number 3. I'm not judging you. But yeah, babes. You're experimenting or testing your pain tolerance or threshold, or your shadow is impressed by your pain tolerance threshold. Yeah, twos. Oh yeah, and I was talking about those 2 cups. Twos. You're playing with it. You're playing with the idea or concept. 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, like you're plotting on it, or you're trying to use that to your advantage. I don't know how, but somehow your shadow is examining how much you can take or handle. And somehow there's magic in that process. The discoveries that you make about how unbound you are. Conjunction, empowerment. Strengthens, joins forces, activates, intensifies, overrides. Chrysoprase. Grow from your heart out. That immediately reminded me of that saying, eat your heart out. I don't even know what that saying actually means, but that's the vibe here. Use this when it's time to forgive that person who hurt you the most, your parents, and most of all yourself. You are not a doormat. You are an evolved being. When you feel like giving up on love, Chrysoprase gives you the green light to keep going. Exactly. Keep going. Your threshold. Your threshold is like, keep going. I want to feel the pressure. You're being stretched to your limits by yourself. Intentionally. But you haven't even touched your limits yet. You haven't even met the end or the threshold yet. Like, you're not, there's just like this vibe that's like, I'm not broken yet. Stiff ass cards. Any messages from this deck for group number 3? See, I don't react. There's like this, I didn't feel that. I feel you leaving me. I feel you leaving me behind. I don't feel. So for some of you, it's like your worst thing, it's already left. and you've taken full blame for it. I almost said full custody, so something about that is relevant. I will wait for a sign from you. I will wait for that threshold, the end, the pain, the death. Yeah, like I've already felt death, so like there's not much else that hurts. That's energy that your shadow is radiating, whether you notice or not. Anything else for this reading before we go? Consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on all the multidimensional aspects that show up so that we can include them in our reality. That's what I'm talking about. Something about the path to you discovering your threshold or realizing how much you can take leads you down in a very prosperous path of discovery. Fertility. Okay, 17 to 27, that's 10. Okay, 10 of swords, the end. That's a baby death, if you ask me. Fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we ever were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. Did y'all see how that card just fell? I'm absolutely taking that. And it says magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond the moment, to move toward possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief in their manifestation. That's you pushing those limits. There's something about you pushing those limits that is so needed and so necessary. It keeps you out of some sort of a sheltered space or place. Romantic love is at the bottom of the deck here. Supports your journey to feel whole and complete through the experience with and reflection of a conscious lover. So it could be about like your first love or heartbreak or something like that, or like the first, like the first one that really changed you. The first thing that really changed you. I'm just putting the romantic love thing on it because it's literally at the bottom of the deck. But whatever it is, babes, your shadow is just saying, bring it on, baby. And that's all that I have for you. Ta-ta for now. TAYliens, I'm feeling a very specific and direct approach to this reading right now, and I'm about to simply follow it and tell you what I see. Okay. You're about to break some sort of a tower or a record. Channeling the word talent, skill. This could be a new PR, a new personal record, a new discovery, a new personal best. Yeah, there's something here about you doing better than your past self. Yeah, you're about to exceed something that you think is successful to your past self. Damn, it says ascend your rightful throne. This card just came out here. Looks like that. Lapis lazuli. When your thoughts are not your friends, call on lapis lazuli to help you get out of whatever your mind has gotten you into. And that reminds me of like this tower here. But you're the one that's giving the tower or something like that. Or you're the one that's responsible for the tower, responsible for this breakthrough or this downfall or this incoming. People who need this, those that use the phrase in a past life, I'm totally convinced I was a blah, 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 blah. As a spiritual armor, you wear this and it lets the world know when I walk into a room, it's customary for y'all to bend the knee. I was looking at that. It's like this respect thing. I thought this looked like someone bending. So they did that intentionally. This looks like someone like bowing down. Okay, and I'm hearing something about applying pressure. So you are applying pressure in some way where it's like they have to bow down, period. You're doing something. And it has to do with unlocking your creativity. We have orange calcite here. When you want to make something beautiful, orange calcite's energy is all about breaking through the fog and fear that hang on the path to creation. When you want to add some energy to your creative process or take on the Kama Sutra one page at a time, get with orange calcite's sun-kissed vibes. Something about the sun or the summer could be relevant. Oh, not from there yet. I need one from here. TAYliens message. Sagittarius, a Voyager. Exactly. There's something here about like going further than you've ever gone before. Taurus. Yeah. Something about in the books. Like you're going to be able to mark in the books somewhere farther than you've ever gone before. This could have to do with travel for some of you. If it's not physical travel, it is metaphorical travel. Those clearly want to come out. So let's see. Yeah, good news that you're going to want to share. There's something here about a story. Like, I thought that I had fucked everything up. That I thought the timing just wasn't right. So I did this or I did something like that. This also feels like getting on the same page or understanding or understanding something. This definitely feels like getting over or getting past some sort of a hump. Conscious flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence into the world. We have romantic love that supports our journey to feel whole and complete through the experience and reflection of a conscious lover. Coherence. Yeah, this feels like getting on the same page. I did definitely say that. There's like blossoming here to get on the same page. This could be in romantic love. Coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality we desire. Healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. One more. Prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. Bottom of the deck is allowance. Again, I feel like this is a tower that you are bringing on or allowing to occur here. Allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. Again, this feels like oneness, getting on the same page. And I'm picking up on emphasis on the third eye. Major emphasis on the third eye. Let's get a closing crystal for my TAYliens. Subbies only. Herkimer Diamond, which says, power wash your energy. When you're reaching for clearer than ever through spirituality, therapy, or healing work, brush off all those unwanted vibes with Herkimer Diamond. That's what I'm talking about. This feels like you shaking that shit off. Reiki masters who need this, travelers on the spiritual path, and highly sensitive people. Again, I talked about traveling. clearer than ever. And for old time's sake, the Bratz Oracle. What does this tower have to do with the something about like a generosity tower or something like that? Sporty Spice. It could have to do with sports, or having to do with making people laugh, or having to do with talking, communication. Could have to do with you bonding with the opposite gender. Could have to do with some sort of intimidation, or some sort of knowledge, like secret knowledge that you have. It says secret nerd here, so it's like something that you secretly are really into is uncovered, or something like that here. It's standing out to me. But it says Sporty Spice, so in any way, sporty, it's something that's like sporty, spunky, spicy, cool. Okay. This could also have to do with camera, photography, animals, makeup, butterflies and or bugs. And something about it is unconventional. With the classic baddie in the reverse, it's like, baby, ain't nothing classic like that. There's something very unconventional here. It's like you're your own type of classic. A new version of classic, like a modern classic. Or there's something here about a modern classic twist. I feel like there's something that's so modernly classic about you that it's like new. How do I put that into, like people are accepting it as new. Or there could be something that you're doing that people are accepting as new, like an invention. Or the words that you give them, the advice that you give them, it's a first time thing or a first time experience. See, now y'all got me curious about this classic baddie energy. What is that? See, that to me feels like a different type, or yeah, like something that takes time, but like weighs more over time, or like gets better with time, develops better with time. Again, modern. There is something like about a modern take or a modern twist or something like this here. And this is something about like synergizing with this Three of Pentacles here. This could be people synergizing with this energy and accepting it as such. And something about a wild modern investment takes a supercilious charge. Like a takeoff. Or like a rapid motion. Yeah, damn. That's what I'm talking about. Rapid. Yeah. Okay. Rapid healing. Okay, you could be discovering something about rapid healing or just something. Anyways. Ta-ta for now. Bye.